Hello, my name is Mr. John Frord, and guess what? I've rang on my Frord phone a bank, right? Fact, not theory, right? Now, when you've got no card, right, and you've just actually, right? So you know, not like, watch, I'll show you something. That there, the card, right? I've just been to this cash machine. Remember, I just told you I've been to a cash machine. I've been on the phone, on a Frord phone, right? What have I got in my hand right now? Cash, right? So remember I told you about fraud being done on my phone. Now I'm going to show you something else to prove I've been to this cash machine. Watch this, you'll laugh at this. See this? Show you something, watch this. Remember I asked you twice, is it cancelled? What's that? Right there. Let me get it out. A mini statement. From this cash machine, I actually took away. So you'll laugh at this. I've just got all this money out here, and it's actually been cancelled, the card. What does that tell you about scammers and scammers? So, you think, have they cancelled it? Was they fraudsters? Well, I can dispute all my money now with the bank what it's taken out. Because people from, I won't say the bank, it's not nice. They are a good bank and I'm happy with them. I got no grudge against them. Then again, I'd say about Lloyd's. I was on to a bank manager. This is fact, not theory. And I'll tell you the truth about Lloyd's. I used to go in there all the time. There was a good manager. I think his name Mr. Freeman or something. I can't remember his name. Now there's a lot of nice stuff there. There was, well I don't know about now, but there was a very lot of nice stuff. I used to go in there often. I didn't even need a passport. That's how well they knew me. The staff were wonderful, and extremely polite and kind. It's because I went in so often. Anyway, guess what? I'm in a bank, right? Actually, in Manchester, Piccadilly. Now there's a manager there, so I'm not committing slander. We're both on the phone. I had a complaint about something. We're on the phone. Now, she can't deny it, or it'd be slander. And I'm not committing slander because it's true. I'm on to the complaints department of Lloyd's. Guess what? I get put through to a manager. Manager, by the way. Anyway, we all know the banks are struggling at the moment. Why not say this since they was nasty to me? We're talking. She actually, would you believe, puts her phone down on me, and she's a flipping manager, right in front of a manager, right, of the other end of the phone call. I was polite to her. I'll tell you what I said. We were both talking polite. Now the other lady can't deny this. She might have even left the branch, but I'll tell you the truth. I was at that branch, and I used to go in, like I said, without a passport, but this was in Market Street, and this was Lloyd's Bank. This isn't committing slander, this is fact, not theory. Do you know what happened? This was quite a very, very long time ago to change banks. And the reason why I changed banks is because they chucked me out of the bank. They wouldn't let me bank with them no more. Now that's not slander. They said they're going to give me £70 compensation. Guess how much they gave me? They ripped me off good and proper. £50. Now that is actually fact, not theory. Right? Now I've just come to a cash machine where my card is supposed to be blocked. Guess what? I've just got, in case you didn't see it, watch this. This is how fraud's getting done nowadays. There's a mini statement, right? I won't show you all of it, because I don't know if the bank is mapped with my bank, right? But there again, fraud is being done, and it's being done on my phone. I just give my details and everything, and guess what? They haven't even flipping blocked the card. In fact, I phoned up twice to double check. Guess what? I'm unhappy, but I'm going to ask, can I speak to a manager? And I phone up in a minute. That's because if you're going to do something, you should do it proper. I told her the card's still working. Guess what? I told her I had 2 cards. Let's get the matter straight. Guess what, polite people? I said one of them's still working. So really, in theory, you should cancel both. Think about it. You want to cancel your card, you cancel both. So why is it still working? You just see me take money out. If not, I've got the receipt to prove it. Watch. Show you. Talk about fraud. I've had frauds on my phone. Oh look, let me show you that. That there is a mini statement. Now how can you get money out of a cash machine? For one, when your card's blocked, right? I'm not going to tell you the bank because I'm happy with my bank. But fraudsters are fraudsters. They did know all my transactions, but hackers can get into anything. So when you cancel your card, what I want you to do is double check, and double check. You can cancel it on your phone. See, there's even noise on the road where they are. Well, guess what? You just see me with the money what I shouldn't really have. Now, if I was a thief and I had that card, guess what could happen? See, like some people are not bothered, just chuck the card away. You know, you get some old people, middle-aged, older than me, just think, oh, can't bother cutting up and just chuck it away. Well, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. This is to help them as well. That card could be still working because they haven't blocked it. Just like I got cash out of a cash machine then when my card's blocked. You just see me do it, right in front of your eyes. I phoned up once and said about fraud. I just phoned up again afterwards, and guess what? I asked him a second time, is it cancelled? Guess what he said? Yes. Now, I was going to actually just see the statement, right? But why not see the theory about, I'll show you, watch this. See if we can get cash out as well. So say these fraudsters have still got my card, right? No, that means somebody's made one big mistake. I'm not going to phone up again. I've been telling Barclays, sorry I shouldn't have said that, because they're a good bank anyway. Anyone can make a mistake. And I don't think it's Barclays, I think it's fraudsters. So Barclays is a good bank. Like I said, Lloyd's, the staff in there were wonderful. It was a Mr. Freeman. He was a nice, kind man and civilised. Several of the staff were, in fact, very kind. We used to work at different branches, which I used to know, Reddish and everywhere. But anyway, we won't go into that. What I will tell you, in fact, you just see me get money out of a cash machine. Now, if you got two cards, you block both. I said both cards are working. Right? I mean, see, one card is working, but you think, right? If one card's working, maybe they could get out of it with a clause, right? Right, the bank, right? But what they did, they cancelled one, but in theory, their end should know there's two cancelled. Right? I told her one of them was working. So they cancelled it. Have you noticed that they've got all my details, this, that and the other? Fraud could be getting done now. The reason why I changed my bank card, I won't tell you. That's personal. But guess what? That's personal. But I've got a lot of friends, and the nearest cash machine to me at that present time, because I was around the area, could say near the garage. Right, I won't say which cash machine. Or was it the garage? Anyway, we won't go into everything, but what I'm saying to you, public, when you cancel a card with all the fraud going on, just make sure you see if you get a receipt like that. You just see me take money out of that, right? I know you're supposed to cut them up, right? But some people just chuck them away. Never chuck your card away. You just see me right now, like on the floor, can't be bothered. you know, some people don't give a monkey's, middle-aged people who don't really understand, fraudsters. I phoned Frord up. Now you think, good day of, actually, would you believe, made a mess and done something, right? So, they've made a mistake, right? I don't think it was Barclays. I think it was fraudsters. You know what I mean? Anyway, this was, as I recall, fraudsters. It wasn't Barclays. Barclays is a good, genuine bank. So in my eyes, you think if the car's still working, why is it working? When you phone up, they cancel it once. So you phone up to double check, is my car cancelled? And guess what? Like I said before about marketing. Oh, by the way, this phone, guess what? You'll laugh at this. I'm on the phone to, what was it called? Let me see. A phone company, again, on the EE. Didn't trust him, so he said I was quizzing him. He mentioned the name. Now he's not going to mention the name, but the previous person's name, because of reason is, right, let me explain, because he would have been cut out straight away. So he mentioned probably a name what used to be my old telephone book, but fraudsters are clever. They know who you're talking to, who you're not talking to. Now I know a guy who's good. See, I'm crossing the road and looks both ways. See? That's what you call common sense, like I've got. And common sense is, I'll tell you, where's everyone going wrong? Where someone could go wrong. This guy called himself Callum, right? Now he said he's in Wales, right? Now I've just put a YouTube video up about the Irish. Now wouldn't I look a flipping idiot, an idiot, if I mentioned the Wales? No. I'm not mentioning Wales because people were thinking I'm a flipping lunatic. Anyway, getting to the point. We're on the phone, talking about different things. I said, which area in Wales? First, he said, he gave, oh, by the way, he gave me his old, he says, I said, which is the area postcode, right, of the place. I got it written down somewhere at home. Anyway, he told me the postcode, right? Then he says, he was going to give me a telephone number, right? And guess what was? If I used that, I'd be breaching data protection and probably put in prison if I contacted the police. So there's two. So I'll call him out on that as well. Which you think you got to be clever young people, right? As well as middle-aged. Just like me, common sense. Now you think, why am I coming out now? I'm coming out to get something to eat from a kebab shop. Fact, not theory. Anyway, getting to the point. Hope you can hear me by the way. I am speaking a bit. A lot of traffic and a lot of, noise. Anyway, getting to the point. What you got to remember is, definitely true. If I was to play in Wales, I'd look a flipping fool, which I'm not. But getting back to the story, what I was saying before, the card wasn't cancelled. Anyway, the phone call one I'm talking about now. Let's go back to that. Forget the card for now. That's gone and that's been and gone. What it actually is one thing. I'm going to explain. Sorry the video is going a bit long, but you need to know the details. Right. I've got a friend, Callum, who I do know. Probably my own telephone book from previous. And guess what? One thing, you won't believe this. He's good with computers. So they want me to phone, probably, the police on him. Now, if I did that, it would be slander. Just like when he gave me his telephone number, that would be slander. Then it was, you know, my old phone number. You think data protection, you can't change different things like that, can you, know? You think, right? It's very, very bad, right? And very, very bad. You do that, you can be in very lot of trouble. So never make that mistake. So I put him out there, like I said. I said, where you chair here in Wales and all this. He said this thing, and then he said, can you tell by my accent? But you got to be smart and quick and answer every question quickly and sensibly. He says, can you tell me by my accent? Do you know what I said? Like I say, common sense and common sense. Now, if you're on TV, what you can do? You can have several accents. That means you different series. You can be an actor and use a different accent in different series. See what I mean? You just got to have common sense, just like I'm telling you now. So if a Frord is on the phone to you pretending in Wales and call your name, right? They could actually use a different accent. See, you didn't know that one. Or if you did, I'm telling you now. Fact, no theory. So all you got to do, people, right, is don't fall for any of the tricks. And as well as that, he cut me off like the other guy. Then he rang me back. And this was from an EE company, right? So, can you trust or can you not? I'm not saying you can, and I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying he was a fraudster, and I'm not saying you're not. Remember, I don't commit slander, because I'm not stupid. He could be normal, like from a good company. But why was he giving me his old telephone number so I'd get in trouble, right? You've just seen me bank card actually work when it's destroyed. Shouldn't be usable. Fact, not theory. So it wasn't actually done. See, mistakes. So now what I'm telling you, so much fraud being done. What should you do? You see me take money? There is the receipt for the second time screwed up in front of your eyes. I've just shown you the money. And by the way, that's not a lie. And I'll be going to the bank tomorrow just to see and just tell them everything else. In fact, they asked for my password, right? Now you think you should never give your password out, right? But I was phoning them, remember, what Frod's doing on my phone. They said what you should do is letters. She says, no, we don't do letters. So let's see what happens, right? In a minute, I'll be actually seen as a roadie, clever, looking after myself both ways, as you can see. I'm not doing a lot of them, right? And I think I just be luck. That's because it's a road, right? I've just crossed the road. Now what I want you to do is understand, these Frodders are clever. Like I told you, don't fall for the accents, because the accents are good. Very good. So everyone should have a system about what I've just told you, right? They knew what I took out, they knew this and this, so they could be genuine. But then again, why is my bank card still working? Let's get the drift. Now, what are they going to do about that? I'm going to have to go to the bank tomorrow. Remember, I wanted to change my card, and I won't tell you why. Could be because of Amazon. But anyway, we won't get into that, right? Might not be. I'm not telling you, right? Amazon, I want my money back straight off, right? Because they sent me the wrong things. Dead right they have. And they've been, in my eyes, not gave me the wrong item. And you know you can't get through to Amazon? Very, very hard. You ring up, bang, dead. And you got too many people, Christmas as you know. All like companies pretend they're busy, put music on, and on purpose, so they think so you think they're busy, right? Now everything now is online. The problem is with online. See, crossing the road, looking where I'm going. See, the problem with us online is one thing. Guess what it is, and I tell you, everything is being nicked, your money online. I'm not seeing any companies, and I'm not seeing nothing else. And also companies sell you, what do you call it? I even told this guy on the branch of a phone today, told him a few things, like he probably told you. Your emails get sold on for marketing. Dead right. I mentioned that. Mentioned a lot of other things. I said some companies do that. He says, I didn't know that. Yeah, he's working in a bank, remember, on a thing, advice line. Now he should know that. If he doesn't know that, he's not really qualified. Possibly, remember, no slander, could have been a fraudster. So you just see me get out money out of a cash machine. What does that tell you? But there's your answer. Watch what you're doing. Don't shut your card. And cut it up. Make sure it's cancelled by checking if you can still get money out first. That's how you don't slip up. Then go to the bank the next day, and guess what? Where people make a mistake is that. So really, they've just made a mistake, right? This bank. But I trust my bank. I think it was fraudsters on the other end. That's my opinion. Remember, I cancelled it, asked again, and it was cancelled. You saw me use it with your own eyes. I got a receipt right there to prove it. Now why is it working? See about fraud? I trust my bank. They're a good bank. Better than Lloyd's anyway. Lloyd's, by the way, offered me £70 compensation. Guess what they gave me? Because that manager put the phone down on me when I'm with a manager, by the way, sitting next to her, like I was saying before. And she said exactly, guess what she said? Really? She said, are you talking to me or the lady? I was being polite all the time. That's all the time. In fact, I was so polite recently. Well, it would have been early on in the year. I actually found a bank card and gave it Lloyd's themselves in Market Street. I said, you know something? Your bank has been very nasty to me, and they didn't give me all the money. Yet I'm still handing this to you out of all the insult I've had. You know, I'm an honest person. But what you got to remember is one thing. What you got to remember? There's a lot of nasty people out there. I'm not one of them. In fact, I landed into NatWest, found a bus pass, gave it the bus company. I'm not committing slander, but if a bus company wants a person to pay for the pass because they've lost it, they may not. Anyway, you know, give them, make them pay for it again. I don't know. Money's money. I don't know the system and what goes through. But it would be nice and courteous, which I think they would anyway, give it them back. I sure do. And if someone goes in, the office I know all the bus drivers in stop up near enough. Very kind and courteous. So you can't complain about them. You get the occasional one, newcomers who can be awkward. But mainly, very, very bad. Some. I got on one bus the other day, wouldn't let me on because he didn't have a face mask. Didn't actually, would you believe, say one thing. And I'll tell you what it was. He didn't say to me, he just potted, he hadn't got a face mask, didn't open his doors, and didn't even want to see my exempt badge to show you've done it. Just like the person at Spa who said to me, which was legal offence, I'm not speaking to you, and why not join this in as well? He said, I'm not serving you, you haven't got a face mask. He says, let's see the proof, and guess what? That is a criminal offence. You knew that and I knew that. Do you know what I did? I rang the police, right? After he said it about 4 times. I have got a card. He wanted me to prove it. Now let me explain. It was in my pocket, so it's up to him, right? I've been told the council have been cracking down, so can't blame him, right? But remember, he's got CCTV to prove it's not his fault. Why didn't he think of that one? I've contacted a nice lady before I went to Trading Standards, and I got told that a gentleman would actually, would you believe, phone me back. He's not phoned me back, and I'm a nice person. So when I go there, in fact I might still have the number. If not, I can get it from another store, or get it from somebody else's phone online, because obviously mine's having fraud done. Anyway, the probability of having fraud done. Well, funny how things keep happening. Anyway, so this video's gone on for a long time. Hope you've enjoyed the entertainment, because really, everything's going bad in the world. You don't need this bad energy. And just imagine, I would have been loopy if I would have said something about Wales. Remember, anyone can put an accent on, even the Welsh, German, and any person can put an accent on. Just imagine if they'd been on TV. See what I mean? Any accent they want. You take care, get back to you next time. Good luck and good karma to the nice people. You take care. Bye for now.